no longer going to bounce off things anymore.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot that was happening to
Yeah,
you too.
so that's gonna be a thing where I can actually zone you out again,
All right,
or
well,
like people in general.
it is now time for somebody to try and defend his title once again. It is Zoo versus Pin. Second week in a row. Grand finals here on MultiVersus Mayhem number 7. Uh, Pin got one game off of him
He
last week
did, yes, he did.
in game 2. And then he forced, well, actually, he didn't so much force to switch. Pin just switched to Tom and Jerry, which that's another like kind of struggle matchup-ish for Batman.
Yep.
But
This is looking a little bit better. Forcing Zoo to go off stage. I don't think he was actually predicting him to get sent off stage like that, and he upbeat instead. But it looks like a strong showing.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely looking very solid here to start. But one thing that becomes very difficult over time is that I think that Zoo's overwhelming movement is
Yeah.
been a bane of many people's existence, and he actually knows how to beat that disadvantage skip every time. That
What was that?
so I'll explain. So you roll out, and you can dodge cancel that back in off of the initial startup of the rollout and down attack, which lets you bounce back towards stage,
That was
even
gross.
after you fall off stage.
That
So,
was disgusting.
yeah, that's
it was so good.
That
That
was good
battering
movement.
control, yeah, like
that was
the,
insane movement on that battery control.
like the entire time, like that battering kind of going back and forth, it was very tricksy, and it stalled it enough time for him to charge the up special and knock the stock out. It just goes to show that it's very tough to deal with Zoo's like overwhelming offense
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. Like Zoo, there's. I mean, he's defended the house many times for good reason. And in my opinion, still he's the best Batman in ones. And he's continuing to showcase why. But like, even like just what Payne was able to do a minute ago. Like Payne is throwing out as many hitboxes as he can to try and set him up. Usually you get free like reflections on those batterings when they charge it.
Hmm.
But he's kind of scared him out of the idea that he could just reflect that because he's just constantly covering him.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing too is like he has such a good control over the battering right now that even when it is about to go to the house, he'll actually just turn it around and make it in null and void.
Yeah, that was kind of scary. That like Pin realized that he was being walked into the smoke, so he tried to drift away as he like afterwards. But you have to be careful with how often you do that. So, however, these side airs
Oh, the
on the
horse.
mark. Remember earlier it said that somebody could have got knocked out at 50.
Yeah.
Saw how quickly Zoo disappeared there.
Yeah. he like it blew up. That horse was extremely strong. I think the biggest thing too is it's never staled because he doesn't really use it. He mainly like will go for like
Mhm.
that short burst option, but able to get that stock there, then immediately losing it. He is now in a pretty bad disadvantage state.
This is a stock. He's gonna close this out.
Yeah.
Oh,
No. Okay, he made
he
it
got
back.
covered in the wall. Okay, so that was actually the best thing Pin could have did there was take a hit on the wall.
Yep.
So at least you don't get spiked. Because that 9 times out of 10, you're dead in that situation.
Yeah, that's a very tough situation to be in, especially against the Batman, because of how many options they have. Gonna get knocked up. Very little resources. Tries to stall out, but Zoo actually just doesn't care if that's what you want to do. He's just gonna jump all the way up and try and hit you.
Yeah, and he's being so evasive right now on making sure that he does not get caught by any of these space aerials. And he's now gotten a good read on when he decides to go for side air because that guarantees that battering will hit. If you know when side air's coming, you can throw battering. If you know when the house is coming, that's a free approach. So you have to
Yeah.
know when they are going to do it.
It becomes a very good option.
That's it.
And missed it.
That's a free
And he
reversal.
stole the stock.
That was so good on Pin. If you miss that, that's a free up special for Pin. So now he has him in steal the game away range. We call that the Daquan.
Yeah. At this point, it becomes
I'm
very
for that for
scary.
a while. Pin can definitely do this. This is not out of range. Now it is okay. Well, I thought that was it, but that
Yeah.
if he was in position, that was it.
That was it.
That was it.
That's
Okay.
it. Okay. That got really scary very quickly. Honestly, command grab could have completely null and voided that game for Zoo if he got grabbed there. That reversal was nuts.
That was really good. That's what you have to be afraid of. So if you're a Jake player and you're trying to find ways to deal with people who like chase you that high in the skies, that's one way. Also, I'm glad that Zoo left this open because this is in my idea. I was trying to figure out what I should do in this matchup instead of letting Cromulon stay open like I did before. I think this stage actually doesn't work out as bad as I maybe anticipated beforehand because Batman, although he isn't going to find as easy knockouts off the top as normal off the ground, you have nowhere to hide as
Yeah,
Jake.
exactly. It goes back to like the whole defense and offensive, no, disadvantage, advantage state. Jake's advantage or disadvantage state is very good. But
Also, Arbiter, no. Jake beats Batman, but Zoo beats Jake. It's very different. Because Zoo like has look at like right there. He charged up the initial startup of Batarang, right?
Yep.
And then he baited out the house, instantly jumped in for side air. He's conditioning Pin and all the
Oh my
but,
gosh.
oh my god, what a chase to get him off the knockout on the top.
He was able to get the grappling hook and just chase him all the way down without wasting any resources, and just netted him the stock. Pin's gonna have to answer back because at 91%, he is pretty close to getting it. But Zoo is just kind of on a tear right now, and he needs to be slowed down.
Yeah, constantly overwhelming him as much as possible to make sure that he basically just doesn't let him get anything started. But I mean, like at this point, I think it's like Pin has been struggling to beat Batarang, which is crazy considering. See, right there, he did it again. He baited him to go into the house.
Yep.
As soon as he did it, he committed to the house. Like, oh, cool, now you have to come out of that. Now I can throw Batarang. That's how you get them to make mistakes.
Yeah, because committing to the house or the boat is you can get like certain things out of it because once they pop out, there's not a ton they can do. They're just very safe in the house.
Yeah, it's the safest place in the house.
They're
Also, I'm
safest place
fully
in the
aware
house.
of the audio issues. I apologize, but we're fixing it tomorrow. But the up attack's finally going to come through and get the knockout off the top. So this is like it's not like too bad of a spot again for Pin. 127. Like we said before, Pin can easily find knockouts off the bottom. That being said, I'm realizing more and more that a higher damage, that is actually just straight up true.
Yeah, it's starting to look like it's pretty tough. Zoo only 12% on them right now, and kind of going for that game winner right now. But Pin trying their hardest to get back into it, get the stock, rack up the percent. Not going to get hit by that Batarang and able to make it back. He's just been stuck in disadvantage is the thing.
That's been 90% of the problem. Yeah, he's this could be a spike. Okay, early up B to make sure that he at least if he got hit, it was going to be above the stage, far enough that if he got hit by the down air, he was going to be fine. I like that. Double cancel into down air. He can get a gimp here.
Oh, but the Batarang.
He disrespected Batarang.
he disrespected Batarang and lost the interaction there, but that was very good. It's something that you have to be aware of. Ooh, and that is it. It's something you have to be aware of in situations like that. Double skateboard and getting knocked off stage is very dangerous.
I can't stress this enough. Like, I really can't stress this.
Hope you snap back into shape.
Zoo is playing this matchup so well. Like, I know it may seem like, oh yeah, Batman do Batman things. You go brr, 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 brr. But if you're not looking at what he's doing to beat these conditions that Pin has set for everyone else, then you're missing the point. Zoo has made it so Pin can't choose the defensive options that let him beat everybody. Therefore, he's switched up the tree fort as a way to hopefully try to steal some early ones. That being said, how many early ones, even on big stages, have we seen Zoo take so far?
Yeah, it's true. Zoo has had a pretty good time dealing with a lot of the things that Jake gets away with.
Oh, that's a stock. Yep.
Whoa!
So he was
I looked down for a second to wipe my eye, and he lost the stock.
Yeah. So jab jab Batarang, roll forward into jab jab. Side air only works if you don't DI out. But the problem was he DI'd out too late. So when he got hit by a second side air, he just fell.
That's insane. This, I just can't stress enough that this is some of the best,
I think it's some of the best
one
I've seen
Batman
you play. Period. But this is if you ever question what you needed, if you need, there's Sinoob and Zoo to watch.
Okay.
What an incredible down air to get him. But Zoo just goes off in one. It's actually insane. The way that he utilizes his character.
Exactly. But Pin getting that stock there brings him right back into the game. It's
he's out of
difficult.
resources.
It's difficult, but he can net a lot of damage and knock out Batman very early. We saw it before with the double down air.
Yeah, I mean, if you basically the whole point is if you get rid of Batarang, oh never mind. All right, tree fort is a thing, and Pin is looking at elimination stock. I am eternal optimist. You already know this. But it's my optimism is slowly fleeting as Pin is currently having a very hard time finding another hit on Zoo.
Yeah, it's starting to look very rough. Gonna call out the horse. that is
Fight.
going to lead into
Fight.
a stop. And that will be closing out our grand final set. Zoo winning 3-0 over Pin. Good showing from Pin yet again, making his way into the grand finals.